Hello everyone, my name is Amlan Mishra and you're watching Cosmic Rays Healing. In our last conversation with Meenal, we spoke about doership, the energies of struggle, how to change your energies, and how to live a life of ease and grace. In today's video, we further elaborate on the topic of energies and how to heal yourself using energies and much more. You too can be a part of these conversations. If you have a question that you would like us to take up, simply comment below and we shall answer the same in our upcoming conversations. In today's conversation, we further elaborate on various aspects of energy healing, changing our frequencies, and much more. Stay tuned till the end as I have a special surprise for you guys. We talked about the energies of ease and grace and how everything that we do is basis our energies and those are determined by what kind of emotions we hold.
Yes.
So, further talking about how to alter our state of energies to come into equanimity or harmony, or even try to heal ourselves with our energy. So, how do we do that?
How do we do that? There are so many ways to alter. So you must have, anybody who understands yoga, anybody who understands, through knowledge, they read about saints and they sit and do meditation. And so many of us also sit and do meditation. What is meditation doing? Meditation, for example, one of the most common ways to meditate is to focus on the breath. When you
Right.
focus on the breath, breath is every moment. It's coming in and it's going out, right? And if you hold something for too long, you can't. You have to let it go. So, this focus on the breath in and out teaches us to let go. Very slowly, very subtly, but it teaches us to let go, not to hold, to take the next new one in and to let the old one go, to take the new one in and to let the old one go. And this is so beautiful that is exactly what is happening through meditation. You are being taught to be in the moment of now. And it happens with meditation. Whenever you meditate, you feel really calm, you feel good. And then what happens? Then you move back to your regular life. So then it becomes two different places. A, when you're sitting in your meditative space, and then B, when you're not. And in the other place, you can't so easily take your meditation. Why not? Because that's you, and you haven't looked at your emotions yet. You haven't looked at the frequencies that you are operating. You change your frequency through meditation, but that's that 1 hour. Maybe you carry it for another 2 hours or 3 hours, but because you are still unaware, that meditation actually helped you change your frequency. You went from the feeling of or emotion of unpeace and you jumped over to peace when it was time for you to meditate. So, it's actually what does meditation actually do? It helps you change your frequency from unpeace to peace. Okay. So, when I came to this path, I was really scared of meditating. I would run away. Somebody would say meditate, and I would be out of the room. I couldn't understand how to put all my focus on the breath. My mind would be here and there, and I was least interested because breath, it's so boring. It comes in, it goes out. It comes in, it
Exactly.
goes out. This is so boring. So it was so beautiful that because I was already receiving guidances, so I sat in guidance and I asked, why is it that I'm scared of meditation? So they said, it's okay. You are scared of the word meditation because for you, it's just this one limited action that you have to sit and focus on your breath. But every moment that you are immersed in something, whatever you are doing, you're enjoying so much that you are totally immersed in that. That itself is meditation. So let us say you are cooking and you really enjoy cooking and you're cooking and enjoying the entire process. That is meditation. When I looked at that, and I was an investment banker, So I said, oh, but every time I'm working in the office, I'm totally immersed in what I'm doing. I'm doing a 200-page reading, but I don't want, there is silence all around me and I'm fully in that. And the answer came, yes, that is your meditation. Meditation is already happening in so many different ways, and we are not aware of. But what does meditation do? It changes your frequency. So, so meditation or doing something that you like, enjoying something that you do, doing it with full joy, it changes your frequency, it changes your emotion. So I always tell people that in a day, if you are not finding time to do things that you like, then your life is completely, it's not even worth living, because you are here to create joy for yourself. And that's the one thing that you are keeping away. So now, of course, this is something that everybody says, do something that you enjoy. The second place, or rather the easy path, because the path is of ease and grace, the easy path that I was shown, everything is a frequency, and everyone has a core frequency. Okay, how do you understand what your core frequency is? Whatever you feel through the day, mostly. Okay, so
Right.
when you look at somebody else and you're like, oh, they have so much, I don't have any. Then you look at something else and you get the same feeling. That is the feeling of lack. That frequency is of lack. Many of us sit in that. As a matter of fact, we don't even recognize we are sitting in
Mm.
these frequencies. We term it as ambition. Look at the term ambition. As soon as you're talking about ambition, you are sitting in this space of lack. I have to go there. I don't have it. I need to get it. Right? So, as you are thinking about ambition, the frequency that you are in, I need to be someplace. I need to go someplace. I don't have enough. I need some more. That frequency is of lack. If you are sitting with that every single day, then the frequency that you claim, your core frequency, is of lack.
Mm.
I recognized that my frequency, well, when I say recognized, I'll take no credit for it, because guidance came that your frequency is of abundance. It is of
Okay.
abundance. It is of joy. It is of equanimity. It is of masti. All of these words mean the same thing. Because when you are in equanimity, what does equanimity mean? You are okay with the flow of life. No matter
Mm.
what happens, you are okay. So, what does it mean? If you are okay with everything, then you are in joy. You are in
That's
masti, right? And then when everything feels okay, that frequency is of abundance. That, yeah, everything is happening as it needs to be. I don't need to rush anywhere. I don't need to go anywhere. Everything is happening already in perfection. So, all of these words, I'll use them every now and then, but joy means masti, means equanimity, means bliss. All of these beautiful words come from the same space, and that is of the flow. So I was told that my core frequency is already of masti. And so now, when my path began, the only thing I was told to do is to keep bringing people into my frequency. Now, how will you
okay.
even do that? That would be
Exactly.
your
I can understand when you say that we have to stay joyful, and when our emotion is that of joy, so we are tuning into the frequencies of joy. And how do we tune into each other's frequency? Like, can we do that?
As a matter of fact, don't you do that every single day? So now, you're sitting and you're feeling really, really joyful. And suddenly a friend of yours comes and shares a really sad story. Notice your joy even as your friend leaves. Has the joy become a little bit less? It's something that his frequency of sadness, you tuned into just a little bit. You tuned into his frequency, whether for those moments where you sat and you listened to his story and you empathized with him and you said, oh, that's so sad. And you were feeling that sadness. What just happened? You moved from your frequency of joy to your frequency of sadness. It's not that his sadness is what you took in. You already have sadness frequency in you. You just weren't tuned into it that moment. But when he came and he gave you that sadness story, then you tuned into that frequency of sadness. So we have all the emotions, and whatever we see outside, the outside keeps changing our frequency. Now, today you are sitting in a major frequency of lack, and as soon as you go to the office, then you see four other people who've got something that you don't have, and
Hmm.
now your HR person comes to you and says that you have a promotion. What happens in that next moment? You immediately tune into the frequency of joy. For that minute, you are able to let go of your lack and tune into the frequencies of joy. What will happen? Because you've tuned from an outside trigger, the outside trigger of a promotion has given you joy. Your
Hmm.
core frequency, let us say, is still of lack. What will happen? You will stay joyful for a bit, and then automatically your own frequency will pull you back again. Now you might feel lack in another part of your life, but it will be lack. Oh, yeah, I have a promotion. So wonderful. It's so sad I don't have anybody to share this news with. Okay, i don't
Right.
have I don't have. As soon as you sit in this program of I don't have enough, it's the frequency of lack. So recognize that when you get these thoughts, it's only about the frequency that you are tuned in. It's
It's
just the
so
frequency.
empowering. So it's basically always a choice whether to be in our own frequency or to change it to something that we wish to feel in that moment. And the
Yes.
choice is with us.
Absolutely. But if you are not aware that this is simply a frequency, okay, I'm not in lack, I am playing in the frequency of lack. To think of simply, and I quote this all the time, we are receivers and transmitters. Think of ourselves as the idiot box, the television, right? The television has so many channels, and from all the channels, what is it that you are playing on your TV set? Right? Because a television can be tuned into 400 different channels, but you pick up the remote and you constantly play the four or five channels of your choice. Right? And so, because why are you able to play those channels of your choice? Because you totally know the number, you know the identifier of that channel. I want to play this particular number, it corresponds to a particular TV channel, let us say a Sony or Colors or whatever they are called, right? So you can simply tune into that. Your television, you pick up the remote and you change the channel. Your television has so many frequencies, and yet, when you change the channel, it takes that program and starts to play the program. I am energy. I am energy of abundance. I am energy of masti. I simply teach people you have to become aware. What channel are you playing? And then, as soon as you become aware that your television is playing a channel that you don't really enjoy, what will you do? Will you just keep sitting there and watching that channel? Oh no, somebody put on this channel. No, you pick up the remote and you change your channel. And so that's how I teach people. First step is to recognize which channel you are playing, which emotion you are sitting in, which frequency are you playing in. The minute you recognize, as you rightly said, that choice becomes available.
Right.
So when that choice becomes available, I tell people tune into my frequency. My frequency has masti in it. Keep tuning into my frequency. And people ask, how? And I say, the number. For example, when you want to play the horror channel or when you want to play the comedy channel, you know the number which will play it.
Right.
For you, the identifier is simply the channel changer is this line called I am Meenal. I am Meenal. And in that moment, you will begin to receive energies from the frequency of Meenal. You won't be receiving energies from this body. This body is not Meenal. This body is the experiencer of Meenal frequencies. And the minute you say, I am Meenal, you become the experiencer of those frequencies. I'm not interested in changing your identity. But as you take your energy now from this beautiful source of masti, you will
Hmm.
begin to take in more of that. This becomes your main channel as much as you want it to be.
Yes.
Will you switch into other frequencies? Absolutely. Your core frequency, whatever it is, it will keep bringing you back. Okay. Now that you recognize we are simply just like a television station, and we
Hmm.
can keep picking up the remote and changing our channel. What is the big deal? Okay, somebody walked into the room and changed the channel. Do you just keep sitting over there and cursing, why did he come here? Why did he change my channel? No, you simply pick up the remote and you do the job. The channel changes, your favorite program can play again. So
Right.
as you say, the choice is always with us, except that we don't even know that it's a choice. The last time
Hmm.
you talked about conscious thought, and
Hmm.
so we bring ourselves to this conscious thought. What energy am I playing in right now? What frequency am I playing in right now? As you do that more and more, the choice becomes available. Okay, I'm playing in sadness. Okay, fine. Now I release the sadness and I'm ready to take on the masti frequency. As easy as that.
It's so simple. You just have to say, I am Meenal. And the moment you are aware that you are playing in certain frequencies which you wish to change, and then you say these lines, I am Meenal, I'm simply in your energy, and
Yes.
whatever it holds, I begin to feel that and experience that.
Well,
But what if you
it
are
might
going through
not
certain.
be, sorry.
Hmm.
So, experience that it might not be immediate because what happens is as simply as you can
Hmm.
change. You
Hmm.
just said one line, I am
Right.
meaner, and you changed that frequency for
Hmm.
that moment. But you might again have this other frequency, which is your frequency. Let us say that is of sadness. Then within 2 minutes, if you are feeling sadness again, you might think that, oh, this thing didn't work for me. It actually worked, but in that time frame, in that little piece of moment that you said, I am Meenal. How can you establish yourself more and more in this frequency of joy? Now, think of it as a large pot which is already overflowing. If your
Hmm.
core frequency is sadness, think of a large pot which is overflowing with sadness. You pour some new frequency on it. Where will it go? So that for that reason, I have this other process which I term as the positivity process. And in that, what do I ask you to do? Firstly, observe what emotions you are sitting in, okay, and empty that just a little bit.
Hmm.
So for that, I have something called a positivity process, and you can even put the links to that
Yeah,
process.
I'll share the link in the description below.
Perfect. So you can share the process, and there are so many different ways to recognize what your frequency is, and then to no longer hold it in that large pot. Can we clear everything immediately? No, it's not needed. But at least if we already understand that we are overflowing with sadness, then we release some of that sadness, creating space in that pot so that a little bit more energy of Meenal can go in. And so you keep doing this a little bit more. Each time you feel sadness, instead of kind of thinking that, oh, the process is not working. No, the way that you've got to think about it is that sadness is simply coming up more and more so that it can be released. The energy of sadness now wishes to be released. And so you can look at it in this way, release some more sadness each time it comes up and take on a little bit more energy from Meenal each time. You become aware of which frequency you are operating from. Now the process of changing your frequency is squarely in your power. It's your power, it is in your hands. You have a tool to release
Hmm.
what you hold, and you have a new frequency that will bring you so much more masti, so much more joy. So you can take that in.
Beautiful. That makes everything so easy and so simple.
Yes,
Like we always have the simple choice to make.
only that simple choice to make. And many people say, but we don't know you. You know,
Hmm.
we don't know you. We don't know who you are. And
Hmm.
why should we take your frequency? And I simply have understood one thing, that whether you know me or you don't know me, the game is not with the body that is me. The game is with my energy. Their energy, which is, the person who doesn't know me, that person might not know me, but their energy is calling out for some masti. So it has found a way to reach this place. They will be watching this program and simply be able to understand how to change their frequency. Their body is the experiencer of their energy, and their energy is seeking this masti, this frequency of masti. And that is why they are being shown this path. So the work never happens at the body level that I'm spreading this. No, my energy is wanted by somebody else's energy. It will reach them. You and I, this conversation is simply one of the ways, it's a medium for them to receive the frequency of abundance that their energy is seeking.
It's so dauntingly beautiful. Like other people's energies and our energies are so connected in this beautiful oneness that we are always fulfilling each other's energy tuning requirements and playing as actors to whatever their energy needs
Absolutely.
and just mirroring whatever their energy is calling out for, as are they to our energies.
Yes.
So, the world full of mirrors.
The whole universe works only in energy. Now, thankfully, we don't even have to prove that, because Einstein proved that everything is energy. It's just that we forget that everything is energy. And as we forget, we start to play only in this body form, this matter. Matter too is energy. But we forget we are not just this. We are the source. We are this vastness. And we operate from a very limiting space. But in my frequency, all of this knowing already now exists. How big are you? You are the source, you are the creator, you are the destroyer. You are the only one in your universe that is creating everything that is happening, and everything is simply a game of your frequency. So when you shift your frequency from fear to fearless, or when you shift it from fear to Meenal frequency, which is all about joy, the outside outcomes automatically begin to shift. And so, this question, why should I even take energy from you? Because when you take more of this energy, the masti that is inherent, the
Hmm.
equanimous energy, the joy, the bliss that is inherent in this frequency, it is yours. It is yours to enjoy. I don't need to know you. I am already sitting in abundance,
Hmm.
and I am constantly experiencing this frequency of abundance. And that is why it is my only sharing. That's all that I need to share with you. I don't need to tell you to meditate. I don't need to tell you to do anything. What happens, which is so beautiful, is when you are able to shift your energy itself to joy, then when you meditate, you will be in joy. But when you are not meditating, you will still be in the frequency of joy. So now, not just that 1 hour when you are meditating, but the a large part of the time when you are not meditating, but earlier you would be sitting in frequencies of unpeace, and now you've released some of those and taken on Meenal frequencies, which are going to give you so much more joy and make you feel like everything is okay with the world.
I
And
can totally vouch for that. Just talking to you for this while has just made me forget what I started off with, and I'm already beginning to feel that sense of joy and relaxation within me.
there
Like,
you
since morning I had a bad toothache, and I don't know how, but we've just talked for around half an hour or so, and I'm feeling perfectly fine now.
Yes, it shows so many different manifestations to so many different people. This frequency, of joy
Hmm.
is the place where miracles are created from. When you talk about miracle, what does a miracle mean? It's a
Hmm.
frequency. It's a frequency. When that happens in the universe, you get to see a miracle. But in this frequency, this is the frequency of pure, unadulterated joy that everything is okay with the world. This is the frequency where all answers are received. So if you're
Hmm.
sitting with a question, why is this happening to me? Why is that happening to me? My frequency already holds answers. So all the whys actually don't even get answered, they get released. You stop getting questions. You just simply sit that everything is just perfect as it needs to be. You sit in so much of peace within. And then what happens? You are energy. Whatever you are transmitting is what you are receiving. So, as you transmit more and more peace, you receive more and more peace. And so the peace grows instead of the unpeace. And your core frequency itself
Hmm.
starts to shift so easily, so easily. It just starts to shift.
And that also helps us to heal others from our own frequency. Or do we have to tune into your frequency to heal ourselves? Or can we also heal others?
So beautiful because in your mind, there is you and me. In your mind, there is a Meenal from whom I'm taking the frequency. But as I mentioned, it's your frequency that has asked for this Meenal energy. Now, this is what your energy wishes to experience. Okay,
Right.
you are becoming somebody who is helping, but the energy is being received. The more and more you say this one line, I am Meenal. In this one line is this frequency of healing as well. So many people come to me with so many miracles of how they got healed from this and from that. But for me, healing of the body holds a very limited um, meaning, so to speak. The body is showing you a disease. It's a
Hmm.
disease that is showing you. It's not showing to you purposelessly. Today you have a toothache. It's not a purposeless toothache. It has come for a purpose. You and I don't know the purpose. Maybe its only purpose was to show you that as you take energy from me, anything can be healed, even a toothache. Maybe this was the purpose of your toothache in the morning. I don't know, and you don't know what the purpose is. But the answer can be received more and more, and we leave that to the next, to the next session of ours as to how to receive answers. But as
Exactly.
we as we begin to receive answers,
Hmm.
healing already happens. The minute
Perfect.
you begin to take energies from me, healing is already happening. Something that you were sitting with, let us say, energies of fear, then that fear will manifest. Maybe in the body as a dis-ease, or maybe outside as an event that creates more fear. The minute we get a disease, what happens? It creates more fear in us, which means that the frequency itself was of fear and now it's creating more. So now, when we sit to heal ourselves, no specific healing is needed. I do have a healing meditation, which is also available.
Yeah, it's there on your channel. I'll also link that to this video.
Perfect. But even before you do the healing for yourself or for anyone else, I have a 5-minute video explaining how to heal. And one of the first criteria is that you let go of expectations as what should heal. Because according to you, something is wrong and that needs to heal. According to me, it isn't perfection. It has come to show you something. You simply haven't understood what you need to see. It is not
Hmm.
about the body, it is about releasing some energy that you are still holding. Every game is of energy because we are energy. We play in frequencies, and the minute we take hold of this, every frequency will be seen by you so clearly, and this choice will become available whether you want to sit in this frequency or whether you wish to change it. Now, when you asked me, how do I heal others?
Hmm.
Again, the whole point that I talk about in my meditation video is firstly, let go of all expectations as to what in that other needs to heal. That is your
Hmm.
expectation, that is your limitation, because you don't know why that person has that disease. What has that dis-ease come to show to them? What frequency do they need to work on? You and I don't know. It is not our job to know. So, how can we heal somebody else? The highest frequency of healing is that of unconditional love. That's the
Wow.
highest frequency of healing. So, if I'm able to give unconditional love to anybody, I am actually sending them energies of healing. How do I send you unconditional love? Firstly, by breaking all expectations that when I do this, you need to heal. Now,
Hmm.
this is a condition that you have put that I'm sending you healing energy, you need to heal, or this disease of yours needs to heal. This is a condition, this is not unconditional love. So
Okay.
you release all your expectations first.
Hmm.
Release all your sadness that you might have, that oh, that person is going through so much pain. When you think of somebody's pain, and if you are tuning into the frequency of sadness, that's the only frequency that you are sending forward, even as you do the healing.
Hmm.
Do you understand how beautiful this is? You will go through the entire healing meditation, but you are not sending them healing
Exactly.
because you are sitting in sadness, and
And worry.
you are transmitting that. You are not transmitting unconditional love. So, even before you try to do healing for somebody, the positivity process. Release your sadness, release your worry, and then simply play the meditation. Bring
Hmm.
yourself to Meenal frequencies. As you bring yourself to Meenal frequencies, you are the transmitter of
Hmm.
Meenal frequencies, which hold joy, bliss, unconditional love, answers, everything, everything. You need to do nothing but you need to be the transmitter of these kind of energy, and let the healing go wherever it needs to go, however it needs to go.
Hmm.
Again and again, I say,
No
don't,
conditions.
no conditions, unconditional love. Their energy will use that healing wherever they need to use it, wherever their energy desires for it. Maybe they are suffering from a body cancer, but their energy wants to bring peace to them. It will take my frequency and bring peace to their heart. They might
Hmm.
still keep going through the disease, and you will be like, oh, the healing didn't work. But it's not the case. If you've sent unconditional love, let them receive it and let their energies use it for wherever they wish to use it.
That's so amazing. And it just makes everything so unbelievably easy. If you wish to change your emotions and change your energy, we simply tune into your frequency. If we wish to heal, we simply release the expectations that we have with our own body. If we want to heal somebody else, and we just have that unconditional love for them. So it's so easy and so simple, and yet so profound and powerful.
So
That's
beautiful.
just so overwhelming, and it just
The,
blows
the
my mind
path,
like how complicated we make everything.
the path is of ease and grace. And so we can just simply take these energies of ease and grace and move forward, and life simply flows.
Beautiful.
Wonderful.
And now, as promised, I have a special surprise for you guys. If you want to be featured in the next video, simply write to me on the mail ID mentioned in the description below, and you can get a chance to speak with Meenal and myself about any questions that you want answered. If you're still watching this, then I'm happy to tell you that you are already on your way to a better quality of life. If you like this video, then do hit the like button and share it with someone who you think will benefit from these conversations. And as always, thanks for watching.